Thank you very much, Professor Mu, and good morning and good evening, everybody. This is WANG Yi from Chinese Academy of Sciences, Institute of Science and Development. Today, my presentation will be the cooperation innovation on climate in a changing context of a post-pandemic of COVID-19. I think after the COVID-19, maybe the climate issues will be the biggest crisis for the human society for a long time. And anyway, the climate issues relate to the almost all the areas human society, including the economic, social, and the trading and every issues. So I think we need more. I agree the former speakers. Maybe they need system solutions or ecosystem solutions, and so I think it's very important. The good news is recently, last month, and Professor Xi announced new targets of NDC in China, including carbon peaking before 2030, and also the carbon neutrality by the 2060. And also EU announced new targets of the carbon emission reduction in 2030, maybe from 55% to 60%. So I think it's a big news. But no country could take the lead alone on the climate. So I think we need cooperation. But another new situation is about the China-US relationship, and also some maybe the new world order. So I think we need, but for the climate issues, we must take action now, and also need cooperative leadership for addressing climate issues, including the climate and also the sustainable food and other sustainable development goals issues after the COVID-19. So I think that's a basic ideas. From China side, I think domestically China, this is very important because China will set up the next 5-year plan. The plan will be approved by the National People's Congress next March. And we also will set up a special plan on the climate. I think it's new climate at national level. And I think another thing is Chinese government also push the economic recovery with new infrastructure, including the new energy and new renewables and the charging pile and something. I think it's including the green recovery, but not green recovery plan. But I think in the coming years we have a more green efforts were coming. And in China, we also promote the low carbon technology innovations. But I must say, even the target is very clear, but roadmap is not we have a lot of uncertainty for the pathway to go to the carbon neutrality. So that's why we need a cooperation between China and the developing country and developed countries. For the developed countries, I think China push the dialogue between China and Europe, China UK, and China US. For our institute, CAS, SD, we host a program of track 2 dialogue between China, UK, and Europe, and sponsored by the Energy Foundation China. I think in the coming 1 years to cover both COP26 in Glasgow and also COP 15 in China after CBD. China also the push multilateralism system, and also the new based on the Paris Agreement. I think China's idea, the basic idea. On the other hand, for the developing country, I think China also push the South-South cooperation. on climate, and also would like to establish the green BRI, but it's a little bit complicated because the BRI investment is not only the state companies' behavior, but also the many economic behavior. So I think that we should, use the top-down approach and also the bottom-up approach. So from bottom-up approach, I think Minister Xie Jianhua launched a global climate action initiative with Michael Bloomberg in 2018. This program will continue, but now I think we have a lot of regional cooperation on the climate and biodiversity issues. I think for the coming cooperation or collaboration on climate, I think energy transition and climate resilient society would be very central issues. But in these areas, I think we should identify some prioritized areas, including at least here, including the green stimulus, so I think, and also the NDC update, and the clean energy and the clean finance. For the clean energy, I think we just talked about science and technology innovation. But for the clean energy, especially for the high share of the renewable, I think it's not only a single technology, it's a technology system, including smart grid, including the storage technology, distributed energy supply system. I think that we also need regulatory, I think, resilient, maybe the fossil fuel electricity to regulate the peak issues. So I think it's a system, and for the storage technology and maybe the CCUS or CCS, we need more cooperation with other countries, especially the developed countries, to reduce the cost and reduce the risk for the technology development. Green finance is also another very, very important issues. I think we need a new investment model, investment regular standard, and also green investment rules for the new investment. I agree with Professor Fu. I think in these areas we should diversify the funding. But another problem is governance. How to govern this so many different sources of money. On the other hand, I think we should push the policy and capacity building development. I think it's also very important because if we have a technology, it's not enough. We need a much policy. We need a much capacity to manage this technology, and also to form a new ecosystem to push the new energy transition and climate resilience society. So I think that we need a new approach and the roadmap to use, including the bottom-up and top-down issues, and also I think we need a cooperation not only in a single level, but I think at all levels, governmental, NGO, the think tank, and also the company, business people, society, and we should share our best practice with other developing countries to help them to realize the NDC and SDGs. In these areas, I think for our institutes, we also do similar work, including regional environment and biodiversity conservation, especially for the mangrove and zero deforestation, agri products treating, and I think, and also the transboundary river basin management, I think, and also the protected areas for the transboundary, I think, especially from China and the Southeast Asia countries. So I think we need to push this. We have some program on this, especially the mangrove. We would like to establish the regional mangrove protection zone and to contribute to climate. I think that's a program. The second one, I think we also have a program on the green global value chain for especially for some soft commodity, some especially from forest and from agriculture products, including the beef, including the palm oil, including the other like and also some products from tropic forest issues from Brazil or Amazon areas. So I think we would like to push. And last one, I think maybe China could cooperate with other developed countries for the third part cooperation. I think it's very important, including we could help the other developing countries for green transition and energy transitions, especially for example, for the circular economy of hard commodities. So that's a regional cooperation climate. For our institute, we also development low carbon transition planning and the toolkits system for carbon peaking and neutralities. We do the research and cooperate with other Chinese Academy of Sciences institutes and also some organizations, NGOs and from US. So now I think we developing the system and we do a case not only based in China but also in Southeast Asian countries. So I think in the next step we'll continue to realize this program with a collaboration with other organizations. For the city level or city level, the cooperation, I think we would like to push the urban and sub-national sustainable transition alliance and capacity building. For example, we would like to establish a new developing country city for their low carbon transitions. Because we have a lot of, in China, I think we have a lot of experience in these areas. And also another reason is the US, we don't know what's the result for the presidential election next month, but between China and the US, we also push the sub-national cooperation on climate. For capacity building, for low carbon planning, we have a lot of training sessions, but we must see different countries have different demands. We should have a nation-based policy or nation-based strategy for the training for capacity building. So that's our experience. And this slide also show Chinese best practice share and the learning, and also the learning by doing. And we code as a renewables plus model, because you can see the photo. We have a PV plus poverty reduction, and PV plus agricultural development, and also PV plus ecological restoration. And so I think last one, I think we new demo for the PV products and to produce the hydrogen. I think the phase out coal with the new renewable and clean hydrogen. The demo will be coming soon, maybe end of this year. Big scale renewable based hydrogen production. So I think that's new ways where we are sharing. It's not only the technology itself, but also how to use the technology for energy transition for the high ratio renewable development. So I'd like to conclude, and I think even China and the world will face many challenges after the post-pandemic. But I think we need holistic solutions to achieve the SDGs or NDC or carbon neutrality. I think we should also set up the roadmap and prioritize the task, because we have only for China, we have 40 years to the carbon neutrality, but we have a lot of uncertainties, so we should cooperate with other countries. So I think it establishes the global green transition and development partnership. We should at all levels cooperations and diversify the ways. And I think we should continue to contribute to the China and to the world sustainable future. So I would like to stop here. Thank you very much.